You're listening to the New Jazz Thing. My name is Vince Outlaw, and joining us tonight are members of Euphoria Brass Band, San Diego's own Euphoria Brass Band. They celebrate the release of their new disc of all original music called Ebb and Flow. And since I've seen their trumpeter down here, I'm not sure if ebb means ebb or for Steve Ebner or for EBB Euphoria Brass Band. But their new disc, Ebb and Flow, is out. They're going to be celebrating with a party this coming Friday at 7 Grand, and joining us this evening are various members of the band. And to kick things off is our own Drew Miller. Drew,
hey.
Welcome to the New Jazz Thing. Great to see you on that side of the microphone tonight. And congratulations on the new disc, Ebb and Flow.
Thank you, Ben.
So tell us, let's start out with, who do you have here from the band with us? And then maybe you can even tell us who's not here, too.
Absolutely.
So let's run through who Euphoria Brass Band is.
We have a pretty good showing tonight. As you can see, it's a little cramped, using all the microphones and then some. We have with us tonight J.P. Belmont, who is the reed master, playing alto, baritone saxes, and clarinet. Stephen Ebner, who you just mentioned, and by the way, it is Ebb meaning Euphoria Brass Band. However, we do love Steve Ebner, absolutely. Trumpet extraordinaire. The beautiful and talented April West down there on trombone. Oh my goodness. We have David Jackson, our tenor sax player, here as well, who's a longtime buddy of mine, and William Driscoll, who was the handy engineer and mixer of this fine release. How you doing tonight, William?
Oh, very good. Thank you very much.
He's very shy.
That's the right answer. So the new disc is Ebb and Flow. Just give us a quick overview, and we're going to kick things off with Bitter Blues.
Okay, cool, yeah. So a lot of these tracks here, the 7 of them, I believe, are originals, mainly written by the masterful man with the pen in hand, J.P. Belmont, who's written a lot of stuff for the first disc as well. And we have one that's kind of a community effort as well on here. And then the rest, there's 5 that are covers of some classic Professor Longhair pieces, an Earl King song, even a Daft Punk tune. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah. That's because it's all about the new here.
Absolutely.
On the New Jazz Thing. So introduce the tune that we're going to kick things off with, Bitters Blues.
Yep, this is it, man. This is a great JP original that the band worked up along with him, under his direction, if you will, as he is so very, very good at doing that. And this is it. Check it out. This one's called Bitter Blues. It's the way the disc leads off.
Yeah, Drew, you sound a little bit too comfortable there behind the mic introducing these tunes. This is new music, and we're going to be chatting with some more members of the band in just a second, but let's give you a taste of the brand new disc from Euphoria Brass Band, Ebb and Flow. This is Bitters Blues on the New Jazz Thing, Jazz 88.3. All right, so we're going to switch here.
Yeah, we're going to get JP in the end.
All right, great. So,
I'll let you guys do your thing. Down there, we'll have April and Dave on, I believe, and then we'll get Ebner in there.
Okay.
At a certain point.
So, Drew or anyone else, I'm going to play a couple minutes of this. What should I play next?
JP, you got a personal thing you want to play?
Something you want to talk about?
This Daft Punk thing's pretty fun. Getting Buck Lucky's pretty
Let's do
pretty
that.
fun.
Sounds great.
All right with you? You good with that? That's good. And you know what else?
Absent-minded or
Absint's fun. It might be good to get a Big Chief with Sue Palmer on there.
beignets and bourbon.
We didn't mention Sue.
So we'll
Yeah,
do
let's do
Big Chief would be fun. That would
Okay,
Big
we'll
Chief.
do Big Chief in there too.
Yeah.
All right.
We gotta do Ebb and Flow too.
That's a gooder.
So what should we play at that very end to end it with?
Probably
Ebb and Flow?
Ebb and Flow.
Got it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Onward.
So Ebner's sitting right next to April, and they can do the switch, but
All right.
you take a little bit of it while Dave's talking to everybody, maybe.
All right.
To happen. She's got that. No, actually. Or you do that.
Well, you can't. You haven't done no. better off when you
You
do
can
it.
sit on my lap.
Get down there, Nick.
Jazz 88.3 in the new jazz thing. That's music from the Euphoria Brass Band. Their new disc is called Ebb and Flow, and that is Bitters Blues. And joining us now behind the mic is J.P. Balma, who is the composer of Bitters Blues and one of the founding members, I believe, of the Euphoria Brass Band. J.P., welcome to the new jazz thing.
Thanks, Vince. Great being here.
So then tell us a little bit about the history of the Euphoria Brass Band. Where did you guys spring up from?
Well, we started in 2011, and it was really Drew Miller, Ron Boshin, and then Dave Bandrowski, guitar player, banjo player, that kind of met up here in town and wanted to put together a New Orleans brass band. And so Drew called me up and just said, hey, I got these guys from New Orleans that are coming in. We want to do this. Can you jump on board and play some horns for us? And I jumped at it because I love the music of New Orleans. Teaching at Mission Bay High School, we've got a long tradition of early New Orleans jazz, so for me it was just a no-brainer.
Yeah, it seems like you would be an obvious choice to come in and play with this based on the program there at Mission Bay, which is, as you said, steeped in traditional jazz.
Yeah, and that's where I actually met Drew, too, through the music program at Mission Bay High School, and then his association with CPMA up in Claremont. They've got a great jazz program that my brother-in-law was playing in. So.
Excellent. Well, one thing we have not given any details out is this disc is going to be featured in a concert coming up this week. So, JP, you want to give the details of that?
Yeah. We're going to be playing at 7 Grand, one of our favorite places here in North Park. It's going to start around 9 o'clock, and we're going to try to feature all the music off the CD. No cover, great drinks, and just a lot of fun.
Hey, that pretty simple and
Does that sell it?
straightforward.
Yeah.
That was it. I think everybody's signing up right now. So down in Master Control here at Jazz 88, do we have the microphones on? And who's down there in Master Control? Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you are. So Dave Jackson and then and April West. So members of the Euphoria Brass Band. And April, what do you play?
Trombone.
And Dave, what do you play? I play tenor sax. Excellent. And so did you guys come into the Euphoria Brass Band as part of the original group?
Soon after, a few months after the beginning.
Mm-hmm. And April, you're very well known from your work with, among others in town, Sue Palmer, playing some of this kind of traditional or boogie-woogie type of music that seems very related to what you guys do in Euphoria. Kind of explain, is it an easy switch for you to go from the trad music to kind of the more Dixieland type of stuff that, or I don't even know what the genre to call Euphoria Brass Band is.
Funky brass band.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We play trad jazz and I would call it funk.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really similar, but it's been a stretch for me because I play a lot higher in the range of the trombone than I do with the Sue's band usually.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to play all the time, whereas in Sue's band I can sit back and listen to somebody sing or listen to somebody solo. And this band I just have to blow my brains out.
And then Dave, tell us about your association with this type of traditional funky music. Is this something that you're very much at home with?
I am now. When the band first started, it was sort of a new thing for me. Although I heard a lot of quote-unquote Dixieland when I was growing up. My dad loved it. And so I consequently kind of hated it. No, I didn't hate it. I just out on it. It sounds so goofy to me as a kid.
Right.
And I spent most of my playing years just playing as like the one horn in bands. And so also playing in a horn section was a new thing for me. And it's been a challenge and gratifying, and I've learned a heck of a lot. And it's a lot of fun. It's great.
Well, let's play a little bit more music. And so we've got JP and April and Dave on microphones. Any of you want to talk a little bit about, let's see, should we do beignets and bourbon or Big Chief?
Let's do Big Chief.
Okay, so I'm going to cue Big Chief up, and you tell us a little bit about this tune and how does it fit in with Euphoria Brass Band and kind of your mission and what you're trying to do.
Well, I think it kind of goes back to the earlier New Orleans, I guess, rhythm and blues and traditional jazz from Professor Longhair. We've got Drew singing this one, and we were lucky enough to get the amazing Sue Palmer on piano for this recording for a few tracks. So it features her, and it just kind of shows you the spirit of the music of New Orleans and why we love playing this music so much.
Well, let's check this out, and Dave or April, just so that we hear you a little bit more, do either of you guys have the details about the when you're going to be playing this week? See, good, I love that. Uh-huh. Oh, there you go. It was very simple. That's it. That's it. Be there. All right, let's check this out. This is from the Euphoria Brass Band and their new disc, Ebb and Flow and Big Chief. On the new jazz thing, Jazz 88.3.
Hey, you sound good on the air.
All right. Hey, wait.
Best one in your row.
Steve, you want to get into this chair here?
You're next, buddy.
Come on.
Get in.
Get on in, get on in.
brother.
Thanks. Were they just being quiet down there?
Yeah, luckily.
Yeah, they just listen.
Luckily they weren't.
Almost sounds like a record.
I sure hope so after all those hours. Don't be saying that.
Real megaphone, or was that just on a mid-range?
That's the real thing.
Are these culturally sensitive lyrics on this too?
Oh yeah. What was it?
Some people say they are.
What was the one that we played on your show? Or just like,
Oh, yeah.
All right. Jazz 88.3 in the new jazz thing. Music there from the Euphoria Brass Band. Their new disc is called Ebb and Flow, and we've got quite a few members of the band in the studio, in multiple studios tonight here at Jazz 88.
Woo!
And, welcome to all y'all. And now sitting here in the main mic here in studio is Steve Ebner, the trumpeter for the band. Steve,
Yeah.
welcome to the new jazz thing.
Oh, glad to be here.
So, Steve, you're someone who plays a lot of different music around town, including very kind of mainstream contemporary jazz. We've seen you doing work with various theater groups around town. How do you then move into playing traditional jazz like this? What do you do to get yourself ready for it?
Well, it's interesting you say that because I really don't consider us playing really that much traditional jazz in this band. It's more funk.
Mm-hmm.
We do some trad jazz, but really more funk, and that's really more my interest. But it has been different, a whole different style of music compared to bebop, which is my main thing where I love to be. But I love any kind of music where you can improvise, and this music is just full of improvisation. So
Right. This is, and that's what one of the things about this kind of music is that it really it has a very We've been kind of banning that word traditional about, but that sense of collaborative improvisation with
Exactly.
lots of people playing parts at the same time, which is a really interesting thing. Tell me about that for you. Usually, some of the bands, most of the bands we were playing are, you have one soloist, and then the next soloist, and the next soloist. But this kind of music is not like that.
Yeah, hopefully, if it's done well, it isn't like
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah. And that's what we wanted to bring to this, more of that feeling of like you say, group improvisation, instead of just being your standard jazz group. And that's fine and well, but for the audience we're trying to get to, this is more of party music. This is just fun music. That's really where we're aimed at, I believe. We take ourselves serious, of course, but it's all about having a party.
Exactly. Well, good. You can throw a serious party then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then let's remind listeners where the serious party is going to be this coming week with the new band.
One more time, I think this Friday night, the place to be is $7,000. If you don't know where that is, that's right on University and right past Wang's there. It's right on
31st, maybe.
31st and University. Yeah, big sign out front. Great place. It's kind of a small room, so you probably should get there early if you want a good seat. And it goes off. It's a great crowd. That's probably our favorite place to play.
April and Dave, did we leave anything out about the gig? Wait, was it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, great. So, wanted to make sure we got in all of the key points about the gig. So the Euphoria Brass Band has been together for a few years. You've got this new disc out. I'm sure that you guys played Gator by the Bay this last weekend or 2 weekends ago, Mother's Day weekend. Any of you band members got a look into the future of Euphoria Brass Band? And now that you've got the new disc out, plans for supporting this or new music coming out?
Well, that's a good one. I think our plans right now are just to play live and try to land in some better gigs. We like to do the corporate angle too. That's where the money is. And
Weddings,
thanks to Drew and Ron, they a lot of weddings and corporate events. That's really where I see most of our future. We like to play live too, just to keep the crowd in there. But traveling is a little hard for most of us because some of us are teachers and some of us have day jobs here in town, which makes travel a little bit hard. But we'll probably do some mini tours here and there. In fact, we have one mini tour I think coming up already.
You got the Idlewild thing going on.
Sure Music. Sure Music.
You said I heard Drew over there. Idlewild. You're going to be playing Idlewild.
Yeah.
Idlewild Jazz Festival.
Jazz in the Pines
again.
and more.
All of us are teachers, so it makes it a little bit hard to travel.
To do something longer term and like go for a while. Yeah, okay. Let's talk to the engineer for a moment. Let's give the engineer some. It's like kind of like giving the drummer some. Let's give the engineer some. Particular challenges. You can move this. Hey, it's live radio. We can make noise and all of that.
Thank you.
So wait, your name again?
My name is William Driscoll.
William. So are there particular challenges with recording this kind of music, which is kind of loud, raucous, and as we said, multiple soloists happening at the same time? And I would imagine that there's some interesting things going on with that.
It was actually all incredibly easy.
Really?
No, no, yeah, there's definitely challenges. I come from recording and playing music here in San Diego, mostly background in rock music, rock bands, guitar, bass, drums, things like that.
Right.
And a lot of the records I've done are sort of like you come in and do one part, and then somebody else comes in and overdubs another part, and then you come in and do vocals, things like that. This band, the emphasis on recording is getting the live energy of the band playing together. So to get 7, 8, 9 people all in a room together and make sure the microphones are in the right spot and nothing's canceling each other out and everything sounds good. It's a lot to keep track of, sort of as it's all happening right there live in front of you.
Right.
So that's a challenge, but I think we captured it. I think it all sounds great, and so it's fun.
Yeah, it does sound very fun. So let's start with the folks down there. Well, first, do you have a website where people can find out more about yourself, the engineering part?
Well, some of it was done at Phaser Control Recording Studio in Mission Valley. I think there's a website for that still, phasercontrol.com, maybe?
Maybe. Okay,
I
great.
think. So yeah, you can check that out.
April and Dave, I think your mics are still on. So, website, where people can find out more about your own music.
SuePalmer.com, EuphoriaBrassBand.com, and I'd like to add that Bill has a really good sense of acoustic instruments. Even though his background is in rock music, he is a trombone player and played trombone on this.
There you go.
April was actually my trombone teacher when I started playing trombone at the age of 9, I think. So we go way back.
Excellent. Well, good. See, you're giving the engineer some. Dave, place where people can find out more about you or about your music?
EuphoriaBrassBand.com. That's all you need to know, baby.
Great drinks. Exactly. Okay, good. Okay, wait. Can we get, let's see, who else? Anybody? We've heard Euphoria Brass Band. JP, the Mission Bay. Here, let's do this mic up this way, and
Okay.
then we
Am I
can
gonna
do a
kneel?
quick rotation of folks in here.
Yeah. Well, EuphoriaBrassBand.com and then MissionBayMusic.com. That's the high school music program, and a lot of the students are working with the musicians in Euphoria Brass Band. So we're trying to build that next tradition.
Great. Steve, you want to give a last word about where people can find out more about you and your music?
Well, I play with the Jazz 88 All Stars.
Yeah, you do.
Through the station here, so they can get to me through the station if they want. I don't really have a website. I did want to say one last thing, though.
Go ahead.
We spent a lot of time on this CD. I think your third CD, they say bands really want to get it right. And our engineer, I have to say, he did a great job. I mean, we put it to him this time. We any little weird thing we heard, or EQ imbalance, or anything we didn't like, and we had multiple sessions, and he really got it right. And I was listening to it on the car the last day or two, and man, it holds up against any of the great brass bands, I believe, in quality.
Fantastic.
So I'm really proud of the quality.
You're giving the engineer a lot here.
Yeah.
And then let's finish up here, Drew.
All right.
Tell us, we're going to be playing the title track from the disc to end here.
All right.
Where can people find out more about Euphoria Brass Band?
Well, they can come out to the shows. We're doing just a whole gaggle of shows. As mentioned, of course, Friday night, the big one. We'll have the CD in the hand for sale there. And then EuphoriaBrassBand.com, of course. Euphoria, or Facebook.com/Euphoria Brass Band. And I just want to make mention of two members who are not here tonight.
Excellent.
My co-leader, Ron Boshin, on the snare drum from New Orleans, out here now. And this was his pipe dream originally, and I was lucky enough to help him out with putting it together. And then our sousaphone player, who is just an amazing talent, Tuba Wayne Rice. Yeah, we love the cat. Yeah. He couldn't make it tonight. He's working. He's Perry Mason by day. We call him the Perry Mason of jazz, and he's got a big case coming up. So Tuba Wayne, we love you, baby.
Excellent. Well, any thoughts on the tune we're going to end here with, the title track from the disc?
This one pretty much encapsulates what this band's all about. It really does. It's a lot of fun, and it's a J.P. Belmont composition once again, and this thing kicks booty. So check it out, the title track, right? Go ahead, Vince.
Excellent. Euphoria Brass Band, and information about their upcoming CD release and the new disc is out on the blog post for tonight at jazz88.org/blog. If you missed any of this exciting interview this evening and all the fun, you can check out a replay from our Jazz 88 Speakeasy, which we'll point to also from the blog. From the new disc, Euphoria Brass Band, and the title track, Ebb and Flow, right here on the New Jazz Thing, Jazz 88.3. All right.
All right, it's a
There we
wrap.
go.